Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. This is your girl Sash.
And you're watching Taboo Teas. This is your boy TJ. Okay, today we're going to be reacting to a video we saw online on YouTube. It's called Top 10 Scariest Jamaican Urban Legends. Otherwise called
Duppy Story.
Yeah, and some myth. Okay, it's from a YouTube page named Amazing Top 10s. Okay, let's dive into it. We're going to tell you about our feelings about what he's saying and if he's doing research correctly and if we believe in them thing there. You believe in them something? Believe in Duppy?
Believe in God.
Duppy, me said, yeah.
I believe in God.
So is that Duppy?
Duppy real. I believe in God. Duppy real.
Alright, we believe in God too. Let's jump right into it.
When I saw you guys suggesting this video, my first thought was, wow, how did I forget this one already? My second thought was, I've got to do this like right now. So I did. I guess there's no reason to tell you guys that though. Today we're going to Jamaica to look at some truly unique and bone-chilling stories that you will not forget in a hurry. Trust me. My name is Danny Burke and this is the top 10 scary Jamaican urban legends. Starting off at number 10 now we have Duppies. This is a word of Jamaican origin meaning ghost or spirit. They are generally regarded as evil. Coming out to haunt people at night. They're perceived by many Jamaicans and come in a number of different forms, some of which we will be discussing later. A Duppy is regarded as a powerful being that can visit.
You ever see Duppy? You ever see Duppy?
No.
You hear them already, but I never see them.
I think I feel like, well, yes and no. I may have experiences where you can tell that there's a different presence or some form of image.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. So that is the yes we may talk about. And no, as in bright as day, as you can say one next person stand up in front of your class and you can say, yeah, I want to do that.
Okay guys, if you have a Duppy experience, leave it in the comments below.
Time of the day or night and cause havoc or pain to invoke maximum fear in their chosen victim. They are often the soul of a dead person that can take on human or animal form and sometimes even appear as a bull-like creature bound in chains. Many people fear that when their enemies die they will come back to haunt them as a Duppy. Now contrary to popular belief, this works alongside the belief in heaven. It's thought that after death the soul of a person deemed as good goes to heaven to be judged by God. Before that the spirit remains attached to the body for 3 days. Now this is the time when the spirits have a chance to escape and become a Duppy. Duppy sightings often describe them violently attacking people, sometimes even with rocks, other times by violently shaking them. We have a specific type of Duppy.
Me say rocks are like, you know, so when them bury people, them cut out them pocket. And we hear say, when them bury people them, with the pocket inside, when they rise, they stone out the people and rot it.
What?
Yeah, when they rise and stone people.
I never hear that.
Yeah, about that already.
Be now at number 9 with the rolling calf. Some say this is the worst and most feared of all the spirits.
Spirits, rolling calf,
the name literally means roaming. It's a shapeshifter that can appear in a number of different forms. It's said that the most common are that of a hornless goat, black, white or spotted. One of its front legs is human.
Up a hill. So you see it?
No, it's a real. It's afraid that
uphill.
Up a hill. Like up so.
Okay.
Yeah, ask anybody.
The other is that of a horse and the two back legs are goats. Its tail curls over its back, its eyes are red and glow like blazing fires, its nose spits hot flames. There's a collar on its neck with a chain that rattles and drags on the ground, warning people of its approach. A rolling calf is created from the soul of an especially evil person. Murderers will almost always return as a rolling calf. They seek to continue their evil ways by blowing bad breath on people, which can cause all kinds of calamity and suffering suffering even death. They are said to be found in bamboo and cottonwood, as well as caves and abandoned houses. Even so, they have been known to turn up pretty much wherever they please, bringing fear into the hearts of those in the area. Next up at number 8 now, we have Old Haig. This is said to be a witch-like creature who is particularly gross, in my opinion. She's said to shed her skin and fly by night, taking on the form of an evil owl. Her weapon of choice to kill humans is to suck out their breath when they are sleeping. Using this method, she is said to be especially dangerous to babies. However, her need to shed skin, while disgusting, is also the source of her weakness. They say you need to put salt and pepper on the shed skin that you find. When she then tries to put the skin back on to gain her protective...
No,
Well, you're not finding skin.
If you do find the skin, you put salt and pepper on your seasoning. Me understand salt alone, because I'm just them salt frog.
You know we season everything. Might as well.
See, you don't know skin.
Powers she won't be able to because it will burn too much. As the layers keep shedding, she becomes weaker and vulnerable to attacks. Some versions of the story state that the person who finds the skin of Old Haig must say the words salt and pepper for your mama while pouring the mixture onto the skin. Others say that laying an open Bible.
Salt and pepper for your mama.
I will not say it so. You're just salt and pepper for your mama. That's not that one, but whatever you know.
Death.
That laying an open Bible beside a baby crib to protect them from the witch will also work. Creepy stuff. Next to number 7 now we have River Mama. This is essentially a Jamaican legend says that she inhabits the country's rivers and that all the fish are her children. Some people say she climbs out of the river to sit on the rocks and comb her long black hair. She may be a sight to see, but locals say you should never look at her, even for a moment. There's no telling what she will do if you try. Some say a single peek will cause you to fall into a deep trance. At that point, she'll grab you by the heels and drag you right under the river. Now, of course, with a creature like this on the loose, you may think people would want to put an end to the creature, but that's not a good idea. They say if you try to catch River Mama, all the fish in that river will disappear and the river will run dry. The best course of action is to just hope you don't cross paths with her. Now we have Annie Palmer. Many in Jamaica have heard of this famous ghost. She's also known as the White Witch. She's said to haunt the grounds of Rose Hall Plantation in Montego Bay. The story goes that she was born in Haiti to an English mother and Irish father, spending most of her life there. When her parents died of yellow fever, she was adopted by a nanny who taught her witchcraft and voodoo. Annie moved to Jamaica and married John Palmer, owner of the Rose Hall Plantation. Corrupted by the witchcraft she had been taught, Annie murdered her husband and also her next 2 husbands, while also killing a number of different male plantation slaves. Her killing spree was eventually...
Murder.
Is your hobby,
And he had hot.
And
he had
to an end when she herself was murdered by a slave named Taku. She had met her match in him as he was also trained in the ways of witchcraft. Annie was buried in a tomb on the grounds. Local legend says that her tomb was supposed to be sealed with a voodoo ritual that would have kept her spirit in prison there forever. However, the ritual was never completed, leaving her ghost to roam free. Many have reported seeing her ghost riding her horse around the plantation or just stood on the balcony overlooking the grounds. Next up at number 5 now we have the cotton tree. Many Caribbean countries have spiritual stories linked to cotton trees. In Jamaica, some believe that cotton trees are the resting place of spirits of the dead, particularly its roots and branches.
Huh?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was here, so I'll be up in a cotton tree.
Say, I seen on the cotton tree?
I never seen that here.
No good thing referring to cotton tree when I grew up there and say, like, you beg your mother something, you beg mommy something, and do it. Now you can't got a cotton tree. Like the ritual them will tie up in a cotton tree, I feel like.
But
when you want bad stuff for somebody, you carry them
the cotton tree
and parchment paper them. I never really get the whole gist of it, but
what me here, for me,
it's about cotton tree.
When me about cotton tree, when they say it's all paid up in a cotton tree.
In a cotton tree?
Yeah, in it. How me here? Alright, whatever. I'm here.
Many of the Duppies duppies we talked about earlier in the video are said to call a cotton tree their home. The belief is so prevalent that some people have refused to cut down silk cotton trees for fear of releasing the spirits inside. There was even a case in Guyana of a highway being split into 2 lanes during construction in order to avoid a sacred cotton tree there and not release its spirits. Moving on to number 4 now, we have the legend of Lover's Leap. In the 18th century, there were 2 slave lovers named Mizzy and Tonky. Legend says that the slave master there took quite a liking to the girl. He intended to break them up and so showered her with gifts. In a bid to have her for himself, he arranged for her lover to be sold off to another estate. However, their love was too strong. One night they fled from the plantation. Eventually, though, their captors caught up with them and chased them to the edge of a large cliff. After a few moments, they made up their minds and knew what they wanted to do. Rather than face being caught and separated again, the pair chose to end their lives by jumping off the cliff together forevermore.
Sorry.
You jump with me?
No. Sorry. We can't go. We can't do.
You not jump with me?
No, I didn't do.
But them love, so you don't love me? So you not jump? Me not jump neither.
Is it Jesus?
Yeah, boy.
That spot was named Lover's Leap in dedication to their love in the face of such evil. Local legend says the spirits still live there, bound to each other. Some say that if you stand on the cliff and look up on a clear night, you...
Oh, you see? Them still together. Them bound to each other.
Dead.
But at least them together.
No, Ben, I can't fly. I can jump with them.
Right.
Unless them know they're like them, I tell people them jump in the water and go high.
I see them go high. Unless they're smart though.
Unless I got them.
You catch a glimpse of 2 falling stars tumbling side by side. Next up at number 3 now, we have the 3-legged horse and the whooping boy. This one's kind of a combo, but I'm saying to treat you guys. 3-legged horse is another kind of duppy that many Jamaicans know about. As you can probably gather from the name, the spirit takes the shape of a horse with 3 legs. However, despite missing a leg, it can run faster than any horse you've ever seen. It kills its victims by blowing hot air on them. It roams the Jamaican countryside and can be seen by moonlight, striking fear into the hearts of witnesses. However, there are some ways to fight it and not be killed. Firstly, it will never attack you in the dark. It needs moonlight or artificial light to be able to attack you, so the darker the better. If you do find yourself being attacked in the light though, trees are your friend. It's said that the 3-legged horse cannot attack you if you climb up a tree. Only one being in the whole world can ride the 3-legged horse, and that is the whooping boy. He's another duppy which takes the form of a boy with long hair and red eyes. He also kills by breathing hot air on people. He gets his name from the wild whooping sounds that he cries out while wandering at night or riding the 3-legged horse. They're quite scary alone, terrifying when together.
So if him ride the 3-foot horse and me go up in one tree, the horse can climb a tree but he can't climb a tree too.
You
need to tell me that cap. But no, you read that the 3-foot horse did.
You wanna wish for the 1 foot in front?
2
1 foot there back or 1 foot there front. Do you think? You
like the 1 foot in the front and the 2 there back.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Well, that don't make sense.
You want a horse boy, no? So 2 foot, 2 foot over there front.
I'm going to drop it 1 foot there back.
So suppose they like one tricycle type stuff.
Whatever. I'm not about some bread from for this because I never hear about that yet.
Moving on to number 2 now, we have the Flatbridge Horror. Accidents happen, but when they
My place and my
in the same
place.
spot, it does raise some eyebrows. Flatbridge is one of those places. Over the years, it's seen a
What do you-
number of
what
people
must be
die far
Flatbridge?
more
You know
than there
about
should be.
Flatbridge, no?
Some put it down to the bridge's poor condition, but there are many who blame the Duppies. They say the spirits of those who died
Duppy are
constructing the
mermaid
bridge
that ain't
now
water.
haunt it.
Never
They're the
heard of
ones to
mermaid.
blame for all the accidents and vehicles pulled into the river. They say when the water turns the colour of a green lizard, the Duppies are going to pull someone in soon. Others say it's the work of mermaids who live in a bottomless hole just below the bridge. Many believe that the mermaids are the reason each attempt to build a ridge along the bridge has failed. However, there is some good to their story. Legend says that they can point the way to a gold table that lies in the water under the bridge. It surfaces on the hottest days at noon in the river. Perhaps the most recent recent story to come from this bridge happened in 2016 when a car plunged off it, killing 6 people. Shane Harris was a 19-year-old survivor. He said that when the car was in the water, he couldn't find a way out. Then he saw a bright white light, brighter than anything he'd seen before, and out of that light came a hand. He grabbed the hand, and when he opened his eyes, he was on the surface. He said that just before the crash, they were talking about the legendary tale of the mermaid. And finally, number 1 now, we have the man from the picture. The story was posted by a woman to a forum, and it goes like this. One hot summer night, she was cooling off by the window that had a side passage to her house, which was secured by a metal grill. Nobody should be able to get in. She went to bed as normal, but then suddenly woke up from her sleep. She looked out that same window, and there, standing, was a tall, elderly man. He had a stern look on his face. His hands were folded behind his back. He looked very real, but also kind of not at the same time. She stared at him for what felt like forever, until eventually she threw her sheet over her head and lay there trembling until finally falling asleep. She woke up the next morning and rushed to tell her grandmother what she had seen. She hadn't even finished before her grandmother said, "Oh, you saw Jack last night?" She asked who Jack was. The grandmother went to look for something. She came back a few minutes later with a picture in her hand. In the picture, there was a tall man who looked exactly the same as a man she had seen the night before at the window. She broke down in tears. It was her first ghost experience. She later found out that Jack was actually her great-grandmother's father, and he was buried near the house on some family land. She said she never forgot the image of the man she woke up to standing at the window. Well, thank you, Jamaica, for such interesting and really creepy stories. I loved how unique they were too. Some of those are...
Alright.
I'm afraid.
You're free.
Jack.
Jack.
Stop!
Alright, gang. How feel about that video now? Some of them we don't know about. And some, were well known. Yeah, like Flatbridge, like Duppy, like Rolling Calf, Golden Table. Yeah, man, we know about them.
But we never know about the
Old
tree.
High, Old Hig, what?
Old High.
Old High.
And the three-legged horse.
Three-legged
and
horse.
The boy.
Yeah, we never hear about that. But in fairly well doing this research and yeah.
Him do good. What does him do good? I probably research more because we grew up. I listened to people that tell with tears like with grandparents or great grandparents. So, and everything kind of watered down. Everybody tells stuff from film perspective. Or what them can remember
like
from film.
Like Chinese telephone, but I think you get the right message that
it twists up. So probably him have the real thing. I don't know because we never research them just hear when people them tell me. But that's it for now, guys.
Hold on. So hearing all of that now, you believe in a Duppy?
No, I believe in a God.
You come up with that again? We believe in a God, of course, but we are talking about Duppy.
I don't believe in a Duppy, but I know say it there.
You know say it there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember him tell us say no.
What if you got? What tell us?
No, not forget. But it's just like him tell us say they are fallen angels and kick out of everyone. Some fall upon the land, some fall in the seas or the waters, and some in the mid-air. So
yeah, so one of them in the water, mermaid.
Well, whatever it is.
Yeah. If I believe in a God, you gotta believe in them things there too.
They don't have to believe in it, base, but you just don't say it, did they?
That's true.
You have all forces. You have forces of darkness and you have forces of light.
That's true. Yeah, gang. Thanks for the support. We see the subscribers rolling up and the comments. And thank you. We're
subscribing and liking and sharing.
And you can tell us down in the comments what would you like to see. If you'd like us to do more reactions, some pranks,
what you want me to do. What you want me to do.
Yeah, but we there do it, you see. Yeah. Thanks much. Until next time.
We out.